everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to see idea to paint another one tropical seashore. This is our previous one here, easy painting. Last we did one thing I am sharing here. First try this kind of small paintings, then later we can surely achieve the vast one. For today's painting, I am going to use only these two fan brushes for the entire painting, not using any other. I am going to share how to handle the brushes, tips, tricks and techniques too. There are no rules that dictate how an art should be drawn, and one thing become this is an endless. But there are some basics, some brush strokes, mixing of colors and how to handle the brushes and little more things. Whatever brushes I want in this painting, here I am using only the fan brushes, not any other, and a 10 by 12 canvas board. First thing I am moistening palette, needing acrylic colors, cerulean blue, cobalt teal, permanent green light, Napples Yellow Hue, Scarlet Lake black and white. Using fan brushes size 12, I am going to mix up some cerulean blue, some cobalt blue for the top of the sky background horizontal brush stroke. Then I add the color white to my previous pretty one. This is going to mute the colors down a little bit. I am using little pretty big brush for the sky background. Whenever feel hard to blending the colors together, I am getting a little bit of water going in here. Slowly blending from side to side, just holding the brush horizontally. Once complete the blending, leave it couple of minutes to dry. Now our beautiful pretty bluish sky background is ready. Here the sky doesn't have to be any stripes. So the next step, creating clouds. We have some clouds on the sky. I am using size 0 fan brush, picking some white, very little bit Scarlet Lake and little permanent yellow hue, mixing well together with my previous color and holding the brush vertically. Keep the tip where the first beginning cloud is going to start, just coming down like this. Then going up like circular motion and keeping the brush horizontally too. While doing this, it's going to come up here, just covering this next of it and going the end too. We are getting this kind of shapes here and coming over there. This is the base of the cloud. The same center and the bottom I am making little darkish shade here. Next, I am picking a little titanium white and holding the brush vertically, and then going to be creating another layer of little bit more white paint to overdo of more light hitting. So tape in here like this over to the top of the edge. Then keeping the little circle shape and circular motion way coming here and come up another layer of clouds. Just come over here, short of fuzz out of the top edge. Then pull my clouds little bit left here too, and focus on the middle too. This kind of fuzz it out, we can get some over here too. Here too we are layering them, just to pull inward like a streak, layer by layer, just gently and bring down like this. Again I am focusing on the top edge, tape, spread the titanium white, pull up like this for tiny scattering cloud around. I am taking a moment to dry this. Next going to create a horizontal line. and creating a horizontal line where the land is going to meet the sky using same fan brush, little more Scarlet Lake, very little bit of black and little green. Mix it up, holding the brush vertically. Start have distance tree taping here from this end to come inward slowly. Now I am adding a little black with my previous. Come to this bottom of creating the distance tree. A little bit downward in front of kind of in streaks. Create a darkest layer keeping brush horizontally. Now I rinse the same brush and picking green. Taping the top off to create the distance tree. After finishing this, then I am going to creating the distance mountain too with my previous color. Then leave it to dry couple of moments. Once completing this, now I am making here to create a water of the ocean. This down, I am going to create the sand, then creating water here. So using my zero fan brush, picking my previous darkest color and more yellow hue, keep it on here, mix it up well and spread it the top, add some yellow and little red, mix it up to create a little light shade than the previous. The top, adding some white coat lighter over here, just keeping a loose organic strokes here. The waves water going to meet, just leave the darkish shade to the bottom of the sand. Waves from the land to the ocean, everything including coastline, horizon and the interplay of waves, currents and light. We have to give different color shades to the ocean water. The ocean water has different tone because of the light water mark rocks below, large algae growing in the sea, and that the hue of the color, a tint shade of the color for everything including. Now we are focusing to creating water, mixing in our cerulean blue, green and cobalt blue, keeping brush horizontally. Start little bit of dark line under here. My brush along with this pretty color moving like this like strokes under here to make ocean water, and also I am adding little white and drag it across the pretty substance. The second coat some of white mixed with cobalt teal, mixing the colors together just like this streak down here. Now I am adding little more white with cobalt teal for the third layer. The next layer I am adding little light green with my previous color to apply here for the seawater to meet the sand. Now removing masking tape, I am going to create little bit darkish here which is going to be under the wave. So I am picking little dark color, add the previous color like I am creating here little darkest, not too much here, like this long streaks on this where the waves raised up. This is the shadow of under the wave. Next going to create another one little thinner shadow of the wave here too. Next, loading white paint with my brush, end of the brush, and going to do over here for the foam. Here, like a little streak, making a very small curve. Creating and going to create a wave curl brush strokes. Just curl down little by little like this. No need to go much more down. Just do it like this and stop it in the shade of the wave. Here, little bring it down like curve. I am finishing within the shadow. Now I am coming to the water, meet the sand, here to creating foam and making some pretty highlighting tiny little waves here, and just picking white and moving forward to the edge, holding the brush horizontally, create a little broken strokes like this, just go inwards and creating foam on the water too. Here one thing I am going to want to creating a little moistening of the water here, because the moisture that occurs on the sand after meet the waves hit the sand. So picking my previous dark shade with mix up with white acrylic, just a wiggling movement from side to side with small rapid movement and holding the brush horizontally while doing this technique. This edge also creating a tiny foam on it, so continue create the foam, move along with the zigzag course and give a slight wiggle of the short strokes inwards too. Again I am coming and going to give more highlighting the brighter look to the foam all their edges. So I am highlighting this edge with white acrylic for the highlighting of foam. Really, this is really will give more pretty look to the shore. Just holding the brush vertically, leaving loose organic, softly moving for this highlighting. Here also I am just moving and going to give a little darkish shade here, because the tropical beach there is also more palm trees live there, here and there. We are not creating any palm tree here, just our imagining. So just making this area little darkish shade for, and just imagine behind some palm trees are there. Because of this I am creating little darkish shade for this. Again I am coming and going to give more highlighting the brighter look to the foam all their edges. So I am highlighting this edge with white acrylic for the highlighting of foam. Really, this is really will give more pretty look to the shore. Just holding the brush vertically, leaving loose organic, softly moving for this highlighting. here just do highlighting. First start white acrylic with the top of the wave, then again and again little pull down curve wave. Don't do it the strike strokes. If you do the strike stroke means that will occur like a waterfalls look. So just give a curl way the end. Also do it more highlighting. Now I am going to create the shadow under the waves that the sea water meet the sand. So I am picking my pretty previous darkish shade color just to create the little shadow of here this wave. Next I am going to create, I am coming all this edge to slowly just to holding the brush vertically and horizontally way just while doing these techniques with our fan brushes.